What's good, everybody? It's your boys, Travis and Kain. We are down TJ today, but welcome back to the TKT podcast, the Two Kill Time podcast, your favorite podcast that's on all podcast streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere where you can find a podcast. The TKT, Two Kill Time podcast is on to listen to podcasts. Travis, how was your week, buddy?
That was a beautiful intro.
Thanks. I'm trying to get it down as a word track in my head.
Gotcha.
Trying to nail it down, but it hasn't worked out very well. I just keep kind of winging it.
Yep.
But how was your week, buddy?
Week was good, bro. Not many complaints. Actually slow. So we ended up doing that podcast
Thursday. No.
Thursday
Recorded
night.
it Wednesday night. Posted it Thursday.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. So we did that, and I knew it was gonna be, only a day short week, but still shorter nonetheless. I feel like it's going by slow though.
Yeah, the last couple days definitely went by slow. Not really sure why, but work was pretty slow. It was as busy as it could be, I guess. But yeah, I agree. It was kind of slow. You guys got a bunch of wildfires going on and shit up there. So prayers up for that. I guess air quality's pretty poopy up there.
Dude, it was pretty bad today. So we're working on right on the lake, and for people that don't know, that's the Great Sacandaga.
Yeah.
And you couldn't even see the other side of the lake, bro.
Yeah, I'm staring at a picture of downtown New York City, like Manhattan, and it's yellow, orange at 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, me and my boss were talking about that. On top of all the smoke happening, I don't know if it was the way the sun was hitting or what the case was, but it looked orange outside.
Yeah, that's the
probably
picture
just
that
all
I
the
just saw.
pollen stuff as well.
This was Mayor Eric Adams. I think he's the New York City mayor. Tweeted out, "If you're a New Yorker with heart or breathing issues, be careful when you're outdoors today. Smoke from wildfires in Canada is impacting our city's air, so an air quality health advisory has been issued. Try to limit your outdoor activities today to the absolute necessities." Damn.
Yeah, man, today was the first day in probably, I don't want to say 10 plus, probably 8 plus years where I really had to use my inhaler.
Damn, really?
Pretty often, bro. I have asthma. It's gotten, very controllable as I get older.
Yeah.
But, yeah, today was one of those days where I was out of breath. Just
breathing hard, yeah.
Yeah, so, other than that, no complaints really. How was your week, bro?
I was all right. Like I said, work was slow. Not generally for me, but just in general, it was just a slow week. We didn't sell a ton of cars. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday we're closed. Monday, and then I was off today, so I don't know how today was, but it was genuinely pretty slow the whole weekend, which is not what you want. Oh, damn. Pardon my yawn. But other than that, I've just been working, trying to perfect some shit with the barbecue sauce, learn a little bit more about small businesses and shit, and then was looking forward to this episode because it's episode number 42, so it's a pretty big deal, you know?
Shout out to Wilder 42K.
Yeah, shout out the GOAT 42K. So yeah, it was an okay week, but going to the air quality thing, like you said, it hasn't come down here, but I was looking at a ton of air quality maps just now. I'm surprised it's not here, because if I go on weather.com or the Weather Channel, whatever the hell it's called, unhealthy conditions threat the the Northeast.
Either way.
Yeah, same thing. I'm trying to pull it up now. I literally just had it up, and now I can't find it. But it's 150 to 200 in New York right now, and I guess it's heading down this way, depending on which way the wind blows and blah, 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 blah. Right now, our air quality is 95, so it's definitely went up because it was about 60 today.
Yeah.
So it's definitely went up. And I mean, granted, we are in a metropolitan area, so like whatever that has to do with it, I have no fucking clue. Slates is in chat. He does say hi. He said he saw you like 3 or 4 times this week. He also played basketball for 2 hours today. And then when they came inside from lunch ball, it looked mad weird, though inside through what the fuck? Though inside the cafeteria? And I don't know how I'm supposed to read that. But anyways, yeah, I
Yeah,
guess it
yeah.
just looked like pretty fucked up today. So prayers out to everybody in New York that's going through all that. I apologize. And yeah, prayers up.
You said yours was like 95 or 96 or
Yeah, it's like
something.
95, 96 is what it was just reading. Yeah.
So right now it's 155. I mean, you can definitely tell there's like smoke outside,
Yeah.
but the highest they got for me today, or at least what my phone said, it could be wrong, but it was like 182 or 186 or something. And that's what me,
Damn.
me and my boss were like, looks fucking like the end of the world out there right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Makes you wonder what like China and like the smog and shit like that is. I wonder what the air quality is out there.
yeah, I don't.
Air quality in China.
Ain't it?
123. I feel like that's
Wow.
probably like an average day.
Yeah.
China's particulate pollution is still almost 4 times the WHO guideline on a daily basis, making it the 10th most polluted country in the world. Damn, that's fucking insane. Holy shit.
Jesus.
I
Yeah, I don't
also.
know.
Oh, go ahead. You're good.
I was gonna say I don't know how much research like you or anyone kind of knows, but with working in it, me and my boss were just curious. So there's over 400 fires in Canada right now, and like I was telling you before, I think it was 293 of them are uncontrollable, and on top of that, through this year alone, Canada has lost over 6.7 million acres of land due to wildfires.
That's fucking insane. What?
6.7 million acres.
How did they all start, dude?
I don't know, dude.
It makes you wonder, like, kind of what all of ours is.
Yeah,
Like, how many we got going on in the United
right.
States. But anyways, to get off the like sad and
Yeah,
depressing shit, I mean, again, prayers up. Hope everybody's okay. But I have a very interesting story to tell about Willie today. So Willie's obviously you guys know him. He's been on the podcast a couple times. Hold
Big
up,
cat.
pause before we get into that. I did want to say anybody that's actually watching this video notices above me and to the right of Travis. Normally, where we have our TKT podcast logo, we now have a rotational logo of the TKT podcast and the Dubs barbecue sauce logo. I thought I'd throw that in there. That way you guys know. I don't know if you guys watch it on YouTube, but we're gonna start doing some stuff, and I got some ideas that I want to run by Travis and TJ, and see what we can do about that, and go for the future in that aspect. And it's just a shameless plug for my barbecue sauce, and it's that simple.
Yes, sir.
Outside of that, so this whole Will conversation. So Will hits me up. I don't even know what time it was. It was like maybe 2 o'clock, if that. He's like,
Okay.
"Hey, I put you down as a reference for New York State. Um, basically, he's going for his full-time gaming license, so he doesn't have to like renew it or anything. Um, nothing crazy, just like a simple phone call. It wasn't. So it was at 1:58. It wasn't even a minute later. I just checked my call. It was not a minute later that I got a call from New York. I was like, it's got to be them. I don't have this number saved. Whatever. Answer it. Sure enough, New York State fucking police department or whatever, whoever it was, starts asking me
Wow.
a couple questions. Just basic like, hey, is he a good family guy, good community guy, whatever. I'm like, yeah, of course. Like he was a volunteer fireman. Like known him for 4 or 5 years, however long it's been. I don't even know. Met him in 2017, so 6 years. Uh, and she was like, gotcha. How did you meet him? I was like, well, I met him through a mutual friend. We became really good friends. We were roommates or whatever. And she's like, oh, cool, cool, cool. And then she goes, now you're from New York? And I was like, yeah, of course. And she was like, well, you live in Nashville now. I was like, yeah. Like, I moved to Nashville in 2020. I lived in New York for the first 22 years of my life. And she was like, gotcha. So you live in Nashville? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I can definitely hear it in your voice. And I have never been told that.
What?
Like, yeah,
Nah.
I'm never, even that, I mean, I can turn it down. I can put a little draw in there. Like, fucking,
I can get it.
you know what I mean? Like, it depends on who you talk to. Some words, yeah, sure. You say certain things and it does rub off. But I was like, it upset me a little bit. I was like, there's no way you think that I'm not from New York. I mean, I understand not being from the city, but I mean, even
Yeah.
Will doesn't have like a super Long Island accent.
Yeah.
And it was a 518 area code. So like she's calling from upstate.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't heard a difference, bro, but
Me either, bro. But I just thought that was like a little interesting story because
good
of
for
that.
Will.
Yeah. So I mean, Will, if you're listening or you're watching currently or however you're viewing this podcast, I put in a good word for you, buddy. I don't think you should have any worries. Power to you. And
Big cat.
yeah, big cat, big cat. The only, I think, did you have anything else you want to talk about before we get into these other two things that I wanted to do?
I think no, I don't believe so.
So we have two little special things that we haven't done on the podcast in a while, and they're just little drafts. We've done a couple drafts and like mocks before on this podcast, but these two are kind of fun, just a little spicy for you, you know. And the first one, so we'll do the first one before we even talk about the second one, is a pasta draft. So this was a debate that I got in at work because there's a lot of pasta out there. I mean, it's all pasta, but in terms of subspecies of pasta,
Right.
there's a lot of different kinds. And I'm pretty firm on what I think the number one overall pick would be. And we're not going to get into that. I'm going to let you go number one. And we'll go from there. So we're just gonna do top five. Like you get five, I get five. Your top five pastas. You can't pick the same as me. So we're going back and forth here.
Right.
And then I'm
don't
going
even
to
know if I know
explain
it's a different
why
pasta.
I think mine is the number one. But feel free to start off whenever you're ready. Feel free to think it over, and then we'll go from there. Feel free to pull up a list on your phone, whatever you got to do. I have my top two pretty much locked. And if you
I have my top two.
Okay. So whenever you're ready, go number one.
All right, number one overall pick is going to be fettuccine.
See, that's a solid pick, but not number one, dude. So the reason why I say this is because elbow macaroni is the only answer for number one overall pick. It is the LeBron James of pasta. The only number one overall pick in the history of fucking pasta has to be elbow macaroni. Simply because, now listen, I know it's not the best at everything, but it does everything well. Like LeBron. He's not the best three-point shooter of all time. He's not the best inside scorer, not the best ball handler. Okay?
I get what you're saying, bro.
The reason why I say this is because you can use elbow in any dish outside of maybe lasagna, because lasagna is the dish and the pasta. Just to clarify, that was an argument someone had, that lasagna could be considered top. And I was like, no, because lasagna is one dish. You can make one dish with lasagna pasta, and it's lasagna.
Yeah.
Because lasagna is the pasta as well as the dish. Yes, you can make other things with it, but it's not as good. It's a fucking sheet noodle. It's fucking stupid. Like, if you're going to make something with lasagna, you might as well make fettuccine. That way it's at least a little bit smaller. Like you said, it's a little bit more versatile. And that's why I like elbow macaroni, man. And this was a heated subject over this past week at work because they were like, nah, there's no way that elbow macaronis are the most versatile. I'm like, bro, pasta salad. Any salad, as a matter of fact, if you make a fucking salad and you put pasta in it, elbows 95% of the time, right? Mac and cheese, elbow macaroni. You can make it with a red sauce. You can make any pasta dish with fucking elbows, but you can't make any pasta dish with like fucking spaghetti.
I agree with you, but I also disagree.
How?
Like,
How can you disagree? It's the most
so
versatile pasta.
that's what I agree with.
That's why it should
But
be number one.
yeah, you make a good
It's the
point.
LeBron James of pasta.
I think for me, like picking fettuccine number one is like just the different texture, I guess you get from it, or like what it goes in. I don't know. It's weird to explain.
But either way,
Anyways,
that's still a good two first picks. So who's your second overall pick?
my second overall pick is shells.
That was going to be mine because shells are the second most versatile fucking pick in the draft.
Yes.
They're your Michael Jordan. Not the best at everything, but they're very good at everything. That should also start some debates that listen to this podcast. So if you take shells, that's all shells, bro. That's mini, small, medium,
Yeah.
jumbo. You're talking stuffed shells, mac and
Right.
cheese with the Velveetas made with
Velveeta,
fucking
dude.
shells, dude. Like
Yeah, dude.
a solid pick. And you took fettuccine. Though fettuccine was in my top 5. It's a solid pick. And you got elbow macaroni. I'm trying to see. I think I don't want to take that. I'm gonna take spaghetti number 2, just because it's a fan favorite. Everybody likes. There's not one person on this planet that doesn't like spaghetti. If you don't, you're a sociopath. But I'm gonna take spaghetti there. It's a solid pick. If I could have gotten shells, I would have taken it, but that's okay. We roll on to number 3. I'm ready. I got number 3 locked.
All right. I have number 3 locked. Number 3 is gonna be bow ties for me.
Bow ties is okay. I feel you could have. If this is a top 10 draft, you can get bow ties are a top 10. If like there's 20 picks in the 10, like you pick 10, I pick 10.
Bow ties.
Bow ties are good. I'll one up you. My number 3 overall pick, rigatoni.
Really?
Banging pasta.
I don't disagree. I probably could have got away with bow ties at like a 4 or 5.
Yes, yeah. So I also want to clarify. So tortellini and ravioli are both pastas, but I do not consider them in the top 10 of pastas. Like between us, we're picking 10 pastas. You could take it. I won't be upset. But just to clarify,
we're both taking 10.
we're both taking 5. But in the top 10 of us taking 10 pastas, I don't think either of us should take tortellini or ravioli because they're so limited.
Yeah, but they are delicious.
They are great. They're in the top 20 for sure, but not the top 10.
But I'm going for a more all around.
Exactly. Like you need a starting 5. This is your starting 5.
Okay. What was your 3? Did you say your 3?
Yeah, so I'm at I took elbows,
The rigatoni.
and then I took spaghetti on my 3.
Okay. So rigatoni was your 3. So 4, I think this is a really great 4th pick, and I'm going to go penne.
That's fire. Penne is a really good one. I have
that's
to
very versatile for number 4.
Yeah, very solid 4 because that's one of the most common pastas. So like at a 4 slot, it's really good. It's really good. I'm looking at some of these outliers that I'm going to save for the 5th pick, and I'm really torn between 2 to go for number 5, and this is obviously my 4th. I know that. I'm just trying to plan ahead because no one's really jumping out to me. The one that I'm going to stay as far away from as possible is angel hair. Overrated. Doesn't belong in the top 30 pastas, just to clarify.
Yeah, very overrated.
Rotel's another one that's super overrated. I think a lot of people are going to take him pretty high, and they shouldn't. But I also, at the number 4, is really tough for me because I already have rigatoni, which is a tubular pasta. You know what I mean? So I don't want to overdo it. So I think I'm going to go with like an all-time classic because I already got spaghetti too, super versatile. That's going to be my center. I don't have to worry about anything like that. I got my point guard in the elbows.
Right.
I think I'm going to go rotini, which is like your spiral pasta. Fire. Solid pick.
That's a very good pick.
Very good number 4. That's my power forward. I already got. I mean, the only thing I'm really missing is this last one, which I might take regardless because it's so good.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, you can pick your 5th.
My 5th and final pick. So I have my lineup, and now I'm looking for just a. I have my stars. I'm looking for a good role player.
Yep. You're looking for your 5th.
And I think. No, I got confidence. I know my 5th overall pick is going to be ZD.
See, that's where I was. When I took Rotini, I was like, I can't take ZD now because they're both big bodies. You know what I mean? I already got my small body, small forward. And I got my spaghetti, who's the center, elbow at point. And then, I mean, I'm going to move. I'll probably actually move Rotini to the shooting guard. Little, not lengthy, but he's got a good shot. You know, he's got a little spring to him, got a little jumper on him.
That reach.
Yeah, he's got a little jumper on him, a little springy action. So I think that's a solid pick for you. ZD was obviously going to be in my top 10 if we were going a full 10 here. Yeah. However, where I'm going to go, I'm pretty settled on this. It's a solid guy, solid pick. He's got a lot of eyes on him at this point in the draft. And I think he could be a big body power forward, even a reliable small forward. And if my center needs a night off, he could also play that. And I'm going Manicotti. Big body tubes, bro. Big body tubes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a solid pick.
That's a solid 5th, man. I mean, that covers 3 positions. Then my bench, I can just worry about shooters, bro. I can just worry about shooters because I got boards. I can rotate those 3 guys out.
Yeah, the shooters, then you can start talking about the tortellinis, the ravioli.
Exactly, dude. Yes.
Great in their respective ways, but not amazing.
Yep. I agree. I think overall, let us know in the comments on YouTube who won this because I think it's pretty tight in terms of the pasta draft.
I think your top 2 are better.
The only thing that would really put mine above is if I had Shells. The Shells is your guy. The Shells is your star, in my opinion.
Yeah, dude, like
that is your franchise player.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's my MJ.
Yeah. Like I got LeBron, you got MJ.
I mean, you can't ask for better.
Exactly. I agree. Like I knew when you didn't take Elbow or Shells number 1, that when I took Elbow at 2, you were either going to take Shells or Spaghetti. 2 big men, either way. I digress.
I was seeing how late in the draft I could get Spaghetti, and I pushed it too far.
I needed Spaghetti at 2 because of what you took.
Yeah.
When you took the Shells, it hurt.
Well, see, it hurt. See, for my one with the fettuccine, that's my point. I'm looking at like a
number 6, dude.
Player.
Number 6, I'd probably go linguine because it's very similar to fettuccine, just a little bit less. Doesn't have the size to him that he probably should, but that's okay. Another solid substitute, which would have been probably my 7th or 8th pick if I had 10, would have been can't think of what it's called. Hold on, I'm scrolling for it. I can't fucking even pronounce it. It's like the off-brand Shells. It's like a orecchietta. It's like orecchietta.
Okay, yeah.
It's it's Shells but not Shells, and that's exactly why I would take him probably at like the 7th or 8th, probably even the 8th or 9th instead of the 7th, and push him back because he's everything I need him to be except for just being Shells.
Right.
And if he's going to come off the bench, he could be a 6th man of the year.
A very good candidate.
Indeed.
I was actually I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce this right. It's Fusilli.
Yeah. Another banger.
I was going to take that, but I feel like it's too close to the Rotini that I was like...
Yeah, but again, so like Fusilli would be a solid like 8-9 because he's everything you want him to be other than just being Rotini. It's that simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, so the second draft that we have tonight, guys, again, let us know in the comments who won that draft. And I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I've been really wanting to get TJ on here, and we were limited on stuff that we could do tonight. So I wanted to just go ahead and run this. Is a top 5. So Travis has 5, I have 5. Adam Sandler movie draft.
I'm
Okay?
very excited for this, bro.
Love Adam Sandler movies. They're solid. And I think 10. So there's obviously more than 10 good ones. But top 5, this is going to be hard to depict a winner because it's going to go back and forth, I think. At least for 1 and 2. I think we both know who we should take 1 and 2. There's the 2 that belong in the overall spotlight, MJ and LeBron. But anyways, it's up to you. You can take the number 1 overall pick, or I can. It's entirely up to you this time.
I did last time. I want you to have first this time. That's only fair.
Okay, so in the number 1 overall pick in the Adam Sandler movie draft, doesn't have to be a full Adam Sandler movie, doesn't have to be produced by Adam Sandler. He just has to be in the movie. Happy Gilmore, number 1. Number one. Happy Gilmore. Gilmore.
Wow.
You know what I mean.
That's a good pick.
This is solid. One of the ones that started it all.
Absolutely. An original.
A solid pick, man. Solid pick.
Okay. For my first pick, for me personally, it's gonna have to be Grown Ups.
Grown Ups is a great movie. I think you probably could have gotten it later because I love
Probably.
Grown Ups. You probably could have gotten it later, though. Probably could have gotten it later. Still a good movie, though.
Yep.
With my number 2 pick, so the number 3 overall. Also, Slate says he can't name 10 movies with Adam Sandler in it, which is wild. He also just said he's never watched Happy Gilmore, which is an atrocity. My number 2 overall pick, as bad as I want to take what you should have taken number 1, I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it on the table. It may be the steal of the draft. I'm going to take Waterboy.
Waterboy.
Banger of a movie. I also want to clarify, we spoke before this that if he took Grown Ups, he got Grown Ups 1 and 2 at the start. So just because Grown Ups 2, even though it's different movies, Grown Ups carries that franchise. So Grown Ups 2 has to be entangled with it because if anybody picks Grown Ups 2 in the first 5, then that's just stupid. But anyways, your number 2 overall pick.
Yeah. All right. I have some freaking catching up to do.
Down bad through 2.
I know I'm behind a little bit.
Down horrendous right now.
For my second, I'm taking Billy Madison.
So that's what I left there for you, dude. Like that has to be 1-2, man.
Yeah.
Has to be 1-2. So I wouldn't say the steal of the draft at 3 or at 4, but if you let it go again, it would have been the steal of the draft at 5 because left it there. That's got to be the pick at number 4.
Yeah.
Again, another classic. One of the ones that started it all. Happy Madison, you know. Again, great pick. I'm kind of looking through these right now. There's a lot of good classics out there. I want to take a new one. I'm going to take Uncut Gems at number 3. Great movie. There's 2 really good new ones that I really, really like. That I think you really like them both as well. I say new, they're relatively newer compared to a lot of his other stuff.
See, it gets tough at the 3 to 4 picks.
Yeah,
because
see, like
3, you don't want to reach, but you want to have a safe 3.
Yeah, I agree. Whereas like the 2 that I know, me and you both really like that I think you'll pick one of them here, aren't going to be, well, one might, but the other one is not going to be in the top 5 of most people's Adam Sandler movies, but the one maybe just because it's still so new.
Right. For 3, I think. Oh, I think I'm gonna go. It might be a reach. I'm gonna go Sandy Wexler.
That was one of the ones that I thought you were going to take. So that's what I'm saying. Is even though me and you really like that movie
Yeah.
because it is fucking hilarious, a lot of people don't think about that movie when they think of top 5, and I think they should. It's underrated as fuck.
Yeah,
The
I think
fact
so
that
as
in that
well.
whole scene, when they're in the fucking booth, that if you have subtitles on, you can't hear it, but you can read what he's saying is fucking hilarious, man. That movie is underrated as shit. It belongs in top 5. But again, if it's not me and you doing this, that movie
It's
does
not
not
there.
get picked. It does
No.
not get picked. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Pretty sure it's still on Netflix. In fact, I
That's
might
why.
watch that tonight to go to sleep.
Yeah, dude. For the outside perspective, I think that's gonna ruin my draft. But for me, you like TJ, that's a good draft. It's a good pick.
Yeah, that is a great, great movie, dude. That movie is fucking hilarious. Uh, so let's.
Or for you.
That's 6. That's 6 total. So this is the 7th overall pick, right? This is
Yep.
tough because, I mean, you got movies like Big Daddy.
Yeah.
You got Mr. Deeds, another great one. 50 First Dates.
For me, I like the Wedding Singer a lot.
That one was really good. I like that a lot as well. A really good Adam Sandler movie that doesn't belong in, I think, anybody's top 5, but may, depending on if you have like kids or not. Bedtime Story's really good. I'd probably take. I gotta go another classic here. The Longest Yard.
Yeah, I mean
That's my number 4.
that's a steal.
Yeah,
That's a steal at 4.
yeah.
Oh, I don't. There's 2 classics I'm looking at
I
for
only
the
got
eighth
one more, and I
overall
don't know
pick.
how to pick. I don't know who I want.
Yeah, I think my last 2 are gonna be these 2, but then I have like a couple other ones that I could pick.
Yeah.
So this is the 8th overall pick. I'm not sure how big you are on this movie. I could probably get it at 5. I'm gonna go Anger Management.
Another good one, man. I thought you were going to take this next one that I really want, but I don't know if I want to take it yet. But Anger Management was up there. Like, that's
Like him and Jack Nicholson. I mean,
so good. It's so good.
there's a lot of great moments in that movie.
It's so good. Bro, there are so many, like, honorable mentions that I want to pick in this.
Like
Um,
we might have to do at least 1 or 2.
yeah, like, I know all the movies. I love Adam Sandler movies. All of them are good, man. I've
Yeah.
never been disappointed in one. Um,
Actually, there's one I don't like and that I can't watch. That's Little Nicky.
Yeah, I don't really like that one, but I've seen it. It's
Yeah.
not bad, but if I have to watch it, like if that's the movie that you throw on for an Adam Sandler movie, I start to question some things.
Right.
And like there's bad Adam Sandler movies, don't get me wrong. Like I wasn't a big fan of Bulletproof. Rain Over Me, also not a big fan of. Jack and
Yeah.
Jill's fucking awful. Those are
I
the
agree.
Pixel was okay, I guess, but wasn't a big fan of that either. Anyways, so the one that I'm going with here,
Number 9.
and I'm surprised you haven't taken it because it's a really, really good movie. Really good is Hustle.
Yeah, man.
It was that one and Sandy Wexler that I thought you were going to pick between at number 2 or number 3.
When we were talking about it, I knew those were the 2. Me and you were on the
Yeah, dude.
same wave right
Yeah.
now.
I love that movie, dude. That's probably one of the best. That and Uncut Gems, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Through 5, I've won the draft. Through 5, I've won. I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah. Hustle at 5 is
The
insane.
the two best new Adam Sandler movies that have been out, and within outside of Sandy Wexler in the last fucking 6 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
Great movies. Great movies. For the number 10,
Are we doing a couple honorable mentions or no?
I'm going to.
All right, I would like to do that. So number 10 overall for my fifth pick. I'm gonna go 50 First Dates.
Banger. That was. It's that one and one other one that I would pick for 6. And the other ones just go with it, man. Like those are great movies. I love those fucking movies.
So 6 for you is just go with it.
I'd just go with it, yeah.
My 6 is The Wedding Singer.
Good one. My
Like,
7th, going full 7.
okay.
Click.
Mm,
Yeah, dude. Yes.
that one hurts.
I am hammering this draft right now.
That one hurts.
If you have a 7, I have an 8th.
7.
Yeah. I actually have 9, depending on what you pick.
I don't know
I
if
could
we end
probably
up.
do 10.
I don't know if we end up picking this.
Just say it.
Big Daddy.
Nope, no one's picked it. I
That would.
mentioned it,
Yeah,
but I didn't pick it.
you did mention it. That probably. What are we on? 7? Yeah.
That's your 7. So my 8th, so that was going to be my 9th, was Big Daddy. My 8th is I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, which is,
Yes,
oh,
dude.
bro, dude, that movie is so funny. I
I
can't.
love
The
that
scene
movie,
where
bro.
fucking Kevin James is in the house and he's talking to the lady on the phone, and it's like the fucking automated thing, and he's, can you hear me now? And it's like, can you hear me now? And it just like keeps going back and forth. Like I can't remember what exactly they say, but that scene is fucking hilarious.
Damn it.
Do you have an 8th?
Honestly, I think my 8th is gonna be. I still have a couple.
I'm looking at all these and I'm like, man, yeah, I could just keep going.
My 8th is probably You Don't Mess with the Zohan, man.
Zoltan. I fucking love that movie, dude. So there's a professional soccer player. He actually just retired, and it's like Zlatan or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But my buddy's really big soccer, and I was like, hey, who's the guy that came over from a foreign league, and he came over and like, isn't it like Zoltan or something like that? So now every time we see him,
Yes.
that's what we fucking call him is Zoltan, and it's like Zlatan or something like that. But we got a really big laugh out of it. But that's a really good fucking movie. What was that, 8? So this is 9.
Yeah. Yeah, this is. Jesus.
9, I would probably pick. Damn, I'm trying to think of which ones we haven't said.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
9, you said 50 First Dates. Okay. I'll probably pick. I'm going to pick Murder Mystery, another newer one, 2019. I
Okay.
have not seen the second one yet, but I'm going to take Murder Mystery, 2019. Good one. You can pick one more, and then I'm just going to rip off the rest of the honorable mentions.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have one more, and then the rest is kind of.
Yeah, the rest are just good, but like I wouldn't put them on a tier list.
Probably. There's 2 that I'm going against right now. It's probably gonna be Hubie Halloween.
That was going to be an honorable mention for me because it just barely, it's there. It's funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Just doesn't make it for me. Another one is The Week Of with Chris Rock and Adam Sandler. Another good one. The Do Over. All of those are fucking Netflix originals. All
But
really good.
and this draft just depends on how you want to go, because you can do Hotel Transylvania,
Yeah.
like
Zookeeper, where he's just a side character. The Cobbler's another really good one. Ridiculous Six.
The
Fucking,
Animal.
oh, I
Even
love
though
that movie. Deuce
that's a
Bigelow, the
lot.
big male gigolo. Love that movie too.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even pick Mr. Deeds. Spanglish. Damn. I fucking love these movies. I've never seen, which surprised me because it also has Brandon Fraser in it and Steve Buscemi, is Airheads. I've never seen
I've never
Airheads.
seen that or Mixed Nuts.
I haven't seen Mixed Nuts either. Or Shakes the Clown.
I don't know if I've seen Bulletproof either.
Going Overboard, 1989. Haven't seen that either. Dirty Work, haven't seen that. Punch Drunk Love, haven't seen that one either. Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo. I didn't even know they came out with another one. Bedtime Stories, again, honorable mention. Blended's really good.
I just wanted to make this known. Adam Sandler's 10 highest grossing movies of all time. 1 through 3 are all of the Hotel Transylvanias.
Really?
So his number 1 is Hotel Transylvania. Number 3, 528 million, and then the next after the Transylvanias is Grown Ups at 272 million.
Hold on, I'm fucking yeah. So Hotel Transylvania 1. Oh no, Hotel Transylvania 3, then
Yeah.
2, then the first one. Grown Ups 2, Pixels, Click, Big Daddy, Bedtime Stories, and Just Go With It. Yeah, but that also doesn't count all the Netflix originals either.
Right.
Because like Uncut Gems and Hustle are if they were theater movies, sold out. Sold out opening night.
I wanted to take Hustle, but there's just other ones that I've liked for longer.
That was the second one, man. That was the one where you took Sandy Wexler, which again, I wish I could have got that in my top 5. But a lot of people wouldn't take it, man. That movie is so fucking funny. And that Adam Sandler movie is so fucking underrated. It's unreal. I don't think I've ever talked about that movie outside of like me, you, and TJ and Will.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Never even heard somebody mention it. And it's got to be one of the funniest movies I've ever watched.
I mean, and that's a movie that I had to watch and then rewatch again, and then I was in love with it.
Yeah, because like, there was your problem with your subwoofer. Fucking like that shit is fucking hilarious. And he just keeps fucking lying throughout that whole movie. That makes it because he keeps getting caught. And like, that's on us, not you. Completely on our end. We're gonna go ahead and do it. Make sure you hit record this time.
Like me and Jeff will go back and forth with the scene that he's like, "Oh, I gotta call that guy." He's like, "So you didn't call him?" "No, I called him." "Well, what'd he say?" Who say?" "The guy you called." "Oh, I gotta call him." And he's just sitting there.
I fucking love that movie so much, dude. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, bro.
But I think that's all we had to talk about tonight. Pretty good episode 42, I think. I think we had a lot of fun tonight. What about you, buddy?
Yeah, and something I just thought about is 10 weeks.
10 weeks till we take a break.
10 weeks.
That's crazy.
This has gone by so fast.
We've almost done this for like a full year. Almost at 52 episodes, bro. We got to decide on a color we want to do for season 2. Because we've been orange. We got to come out with a new color.
That's something to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do a poll or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, goal for season 2, bring TJ back. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Two Kill Top Podcast. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe on our YouTube channel, as well as leave a review on Spotify and Apple Podcast. And we will see y'all in the next one.
Later.